but I'm not quite sure how much traction they're getting. I don't think they're getting a lot, not as much as they should. However, the harm that feminism is doing to men is a result of attempting to harm women. Men are merely collateral damage, right? If you can convince a whole heap of women that men are fundamentally toxic and therefore they should not want to date them, they should not want to marry them, they should, try to build a life that is completely independent of actually ever pairing up with a man, then you're setting a whole bunch of women up to either never have children or to be a single mum, which we know is associated with a whole host of negative outcomes for kids. And so that's a form of intrasexual competition, the toxic male, toxic masculinity narrative that is being pushed by so many of the rad femmes at the moment, and that is being pushed hard enough in Australia. Like I said, it doesn't get the coverage because it's not being condemned enough, so it's not, when you don't get pushback, you don't get the explosion, so it doesn't feel like it's a big part of the conversation, but certainly very, very anti-male things coming out on a regular basis. But what those, from the female intrasexual competition perspective, what those narratives are doing is attempting to inverse female mate preferences. So female mate preferences, you ought to be preferencing by default the highest quality man that you think you can attain and retain, right? That means that for the majority of women, you want him to be tall, you want him to be masculine, you want him to be socially dominant. What feminism has gone and done is demonized in men all of the traits that will make someone a good husband and a good father. It's a complete inversion of female mate preferences, encouraging women to reject high quality mates and to potentially reject all mates, but to embrace lower quality mates. And at that point, I'm kind of reminded of something like, I think it was Jordan Peterson who might have said it, apologies if I'm wrong, but he's something along the lines of, if you think that strong men are dangerous, wait till you see what weak men are capable of. That's kind of captures that intersexual competitive strategy.